All right, we are live streaming. I don't see it on Get Set Up TV, but I reached out to my supervisor about that to see what's going on there. But I'm gonna click record and then I'm gonna give you back host. All right, you are host now and you are live streaming and recording. And hi, Nancy. All right, Cindy, you're on live stream and you're good to go, okay?
Hey, Cindy, how you doing?
Hello, Cindy.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the class. We'll go ahead and get started, and everybody else can jump on as they're able and can just pick up wherever we are. We are live streaming this class, and we have a TA online with us named Nancy, and she's going to be helping me keep up with the chat room and or anybody that raises their hands or anything like that for questions. If you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions as they occur. If you're not comfortable with that, you can type them in the chat room and Nancy will help us keep up with them. I always like to answer questions as they pop up because it's right fresh on our minds. So it makes it, I think, a better learning environment for everybody. So this class is on using Audible or audible.com if some of you are already using it. And as I said earlier, when I was still muted, we are live streaming this class. And the class will actually consist of a little bit of looking at some slide presentations to discuss membership options and things like that. And then we're going to actually jump out on the web and take a look at some other good links that I'm going to send you in a follow-up email. And then we'll get on the audible.com site and take a look. Let me go ahead and do a prior knowledge check. How many of you are already using Audible? Is anybody? Okay, I see Chris is. Anybody else? Okay, Chris, are you using the app or are you using it online? The app? Okay. All right, we're going to hook up the phone here in a little bit too, and we'll show you how to use the app. Most everybody does use the app simply because they're out walking or working in the yard or doing something like that. And so the app is very convenient for being able to listen to your books, your podcasts, whatever, while you're out doing some other type of activities. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you. And let me see. Oh, it would help if I opened my PowerPoint presentation. So just 1 second here. Let me get it open back up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you with the little PowerPoint that I have for us to view. And is everyone seeing my screen now that says Audible? Using Audible? Okay, good. If I lose the screen or I'm talking about something you're not seeing during the class, let me know, because sometimes I inadvertently click on the stop the share and I don't realize that I've done that. And so I'm just talking away and people don't have a clue what I'm talking about. So again, class is on Audible. Before we get started, I want to say just a little bit about Get Set Up. Hopefully all of you have done several other classes with Get Set Up. You're familiar with the platform, the website, everything. Get Set Up helps you learn useful skills from people just like yourselves and to help you be more productive in life in general. We learn from each other. It's fun to interact with each other as we actually go through the class. So if you want to turn your camera on, that'd be great. It helps me know who I'm talking to. If you don't want to turn it on, that's okay too. I understand. You can request a recording of this class. It is being recorded. And if you would like a recording of it to view at a later time, maybe to help refresh your memory on some of the things we talk about, you can request a link to that recording by emailing help@getsetup.io. All you have to do is email them and tell them what class you took and the day that you took it on, and they will send you a link to the video so that you can go back through it and watch again if you so desire. If any of you are joining by live stream, it is being live streamed right now. The best way is to really get the most out of Get Set Up is to join online, set up an account. You can track all the classes you've had, things like that. And there's other perks to actually joining with Get Set Up and checking it out online. I'll say that Get Set Up, we mention a lot of products and other services when we teach our classes, but we don't get any kind of promotion or we're not paid for anything like that. So no kind of kickbacks or anything like that. So help us, please, if you would spread the word about Get Set Up. If you have something that you're very passionate about and would like to host an interest group, please, by all means, let us know. You can put it in the comments and when you send your email to help@getsetup.io. And let us know what your interest is. If you're interested in becoming a guide, let us know. Also, if you have some topics you would like to see us teach that's not already out there, please let us know, because we depend on you guys to let us know what the needs are out there so we can develop classes around those needs. I will send a follow-up email at the end of the class. It will have some of this info in it. There will be a section on class notes that will have some key takeaways from today's class. It will also have a suggestion for about 3 other classes that you might be interested in taking. And there will be a link on here where you can actually give feedback for the class. You can rate the session itself. You can rate the guide alone. And you can also free text write in anything down here for us that you'd like for us to know or create or do. So that's a little bit about Get Set Up. Any questions about Get Set Up? You guys are navigating okay, not having any issues with anything? Everybody's good with Get Set Up? Yeah? Okay. So here's the agenda for today. We're going to learn what Audible is and how it works. It looks like the majority of the class has never used Audible before. We're going to learn about the various membership plans that you can use to become a member. I will say that Audible offers a free trial for 1 month. And I highly suggest that you go out and try it for a month. Then after that, you can choose what type of membership program you want, if it's something that works for you. We're going to learn how to navigate the site or the app. We'll also take a look at the app. They look and operate pretty much the same, but they look a little bit different because the app is a little different when you're using it on a phone or another device like an iPad or an Android tablet or something like that. Then we'll do just a little bit of class wrap up. So can you guys, just for like a prior knowledge check, can any of y'all tell me what it is that you want to learn about Audible? Just everything or anything specific? I know we had one person using it. Is there anything you want to learn about it that you're already using and you're confused on?
No, I would like to learn everything.
Everything? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll teach you everything that I know. And I'll give you also a couple of sites where you can go out and get even more information. Nadine, did you want to say something?
Basically the same thing, just a round overview and be able to navigate to see if it's something I like.
Okay. All righty. Okay. Anybody else want to tell me exactly what they're looking for? Anything other specific? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. What is Audible? Audible is actually owned by Amazon, and it's a company that sells and produces spoken audio content, podcasts, books, radio and TV programs. It's basically best known for what we used to call books on tape. You know, back when they first started doing this, we could get books on tape and play them. Then they went to CDs and we can play them. And now everything with Audible is you can put it on your phone, your tablet, even listen to it on your computer if you so desire. So that's what Audible is. It's owned by Amazon, but if you have a Prime membership with Amazon, that does not include Audible. Audible is a separate thing, even though it's owned by Amazon. So there are about 3 different membership plans that you can have with Audible. And we'll talk a little bit about the trial plan too. They're all very affordable and they have different perks depending upon which type that you actually want to sign up for once you've done a trial. The trial plan is called the Audible Plus plan, and what they're actually called isn't as important as what they involve. But on the trial plan, this is what you're getting. You get to access the Plus catalog, and what the Plus catalog is, there are a lot of authors and people working for Audible that create content just for Audible that you can't get anywhere else. So that's the Plus plan, all of the things that they do that's created just for them. Kind of like Netflix has their own Netflix movies, and Amazon has their own Amazon movies, things like that. So Audible is kind of the same way. With the trial plan, you get access to the Plus catalog. There are many, many free items out there that you can download, listen to. And it also includes thousands of Audible original books, the audio books, a lot of really good podcasts. I found some really good podcasts out there, if any of y'all are familiar with the podcasts. And so this is what you get for free for a month. So once you're done with this, go out there and sign up for the trial plan, make a note of the date that you're signing up on, and put yourself a calendar reminder to go in and cancel before it starts charging you at the end of the month, unless you want to go ahead and continue using it. So that's your free plan that you'll get. And we'll show you what that looks like in just a few minutes. There's something called the
Can I ask a
Audible.
question?
Absolutely.
Okay, with anything that you download, is it yours permanently? Or
It
does
is.
it go back at the end of the month?
No, it's yours. It's on there on your account. Everything that's on there, it stays on there, whether it's
Okay.
something you've gotten for free or whether you've purchased it or whatever. And I will also add that you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your tablet, you can have it on your computer, and wherever you left off on one device, when you go to the other device, it's going to have everything right there where you're at. For example, if you're in the middle of listening to a podcast or a book and you're listening to some on your computer, and then you decide to go for a walk and take your phone with you, wherever you are in that book, it'll pick right up when you open the app on your phone and start playing it again. It picks up right where you left off. So that's a handy feature too. That help, Nadine? Okay. I even actually,
Yes, it does. Thank you.
okay, a few years ago, I actually was a member of Audible. Then I got away from it where I wasn't using it anymore. So for probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, I didn't use it anymore. Then when I started teaching this class, I signed back up again, and all of my previous books were still there, even though I hadn't used it for a couple of years. You can also, if you're a member of Audible, you can also, we'll talk about this later too, but while it's on my mind, I want to go ahead and remember to tell you about it. You can also pause your membership. If you have downloaded several books and you know it's going to take you a couple of months to read through all of that before you take on any more books, you can pause your membership, actually. We'll talk a little bit about that. So that's the Audible Plus plan, and that's your trial, what you get. Now, here's the Audible Premium Plus. Now, this gives you access to the catalog. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I skipped ahead of one. Yeah, that's a trial. Okay, so the Audible Premium Plus plan, it includes the Plus catalog also. Selections of thousands of Audible originals, and it actually gives you 1 credit a month to buy any title from their entire selection. So as you're a member, each month that you pay your membership, you get 1 free credit, and you can get any kind of book out there, even if it's not something that's an Audible book. So you can purchase any books you want. You can go online and search for any books. If there's a New York Times bestseller that you're interested in having, you can go out there and search on it, and you can just outright buy it in an Audible form. You can do that at any time, whether you have, regardless of what plan that you have. But with the Audible Premium Plus plan, you actually get 1 credit a month where you could, if you can hold out a month, then maybe you could get that book for free. So that's kind of a perk to being a member. And this membership plan is $14.95 a month. That's fairly affordable for getting 1 free book and then all the other free things that you can get through the from the Audible plan itself, just from the Plus catalog. So you'll be charged if you do a trial and then you want to go ahead and do a member. You're only going to be charged about $7 for your first full month of a membership. So you do the trial, then it's only $7 for the first month, then it's $14.95 thereafter. Okay, and on the site, you can choose all of these plans. We'll take a look at that. So that's the Audible Premium Plus plan. And then there's something called Audible Premium Plus plan with 2 credits. And what this is it works exactly like the Audible Premium Plus plan, except you get 2 credits each month for free books. So each month you can get out there and get any book you want for free, 2 of them. This course costs you a little bit more. It's $22.95 a month. And you can cancel any of these plans anytime that you so desire. And like I said, you can also pause it if you want. So that's your Audible Premium.
Do you get to keep what you have if you cancel your plan?
Yes, you sure do.
Okay.
You sure do. So there is also, and these are monthly fees for all of these. Now, there's also yearly plans if you're interested. You can get the Audible Premium Plus annual for 12 credits. And they have a running, I'll say, sale, $119.50 for your first year. It's $149.50 a year after that. But what this does, if you get it by the year, you get all 12 of your credits up front. You don't have to wait month by month to get your credit. You actually get all 12 credits at once. Okay, so that's I'll say an advantage, if you want to say, of the yearly plan. Then there's also a yearly plan for the Audible Premium Plus, where you get 24 credits. Of course, this is more expensive even. It's $229.50 a year for your first year, which is about a $50, $45 savings. And the advantage to this is you get all 24 credits up front. So that's the difference in the yearly plans. You get the same amount of credits, but instead of them doling them out month by month, you get them actually all up front. Okay. Questions
when
on
you
any
buy
plans?
it, when you buy it by the year, can you pause it or?
Yes, it's my understanding that you can, right. And that should extend it. If you paused it for 3 months, and that should extend it 3 months past. And I'll double check on that to make sure that that's how it works. But with you being able to pause it, it certainly should. Let me make myself a note. And Marlene, I'll follow up with the answer on that in the follow-up email. Okay. Yearly plan, can you cancel? I will say, if anyone is not getting their follow-up emails for some reason, check your spam folder or your junk mail. A lot of times it gets filtered into a junk mail folder instead of just going directly into your inbox. And if you don't even see it in your spam folder or your junk mail folder and it's not in your inbox, please send an email to help and tell them, hey, I'm not getting my after class emails. Okay. So that's a little bit about your plans. Any questions on the plans before we look at some other stuff here? Okay. So let's just take a look at how to navigate the Audible website and the app. We'll look at that too. And also I will show you a little bit of the app, how to use the app too, and some of the differences there. So I'm going to stop this share. I will actually start a share. And I'm going to include sound because as we pull all of this up, we're going to take a look at some of the or listen at how the Audible store actually kind of works and all. So let me see. Let me pull up. I'm going to just go ahead and go to the website. Hang on just one second. I have a very good help site I want to go through with you. So let me pull that back up and get that in my browser here real quick. Bear with me here. I had all this preloaded and for some reason I wasn't able to connect my phone. So I had to stop and reboot my computer and I didn't have time to pull up all of the links that I wanted to discuss with everybody. So let's see, let me get that one loaded. I have one other that I want to show you. My apologies for the wait here. There's always something that glitches. It seems every time you want to do something, you never know when you have to reboot and start all over again. So one more side here. Okay. Now, one of the links that I'm going to send you is I will send you this link where you can go onto it. This is all of the plans that we just talked about, and you can go back through and review each one of them. And it will show you all in one page, the prices and what they all include. So I am going to send you that link in case you have further questions about the membership plans that they have to offer. Okay. Is everyone seeing my screen here?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. All right. Thank you. So here's the screen I want to look at. This is basically a help page. And this menu is at the bottom of a lot of the pages out there when you're actually on the website. And it's actually on the app too. But these are trending topics, everything you want to know about Audible. This tells you even more about the Plus catalog. Let me throw some stuff around here. So I'm going to go ahead and if you click on the Plus catalog, what it does is it pulls up information about the Plus catalog. You can click on any of these links, any of these topics, and it will open up a page and give you more info on it. What is the Plus catalog? This will tell you even more about what the Plus catalog is. How do I know if the title's included in the Plus catalog or if it costs a credit? Everything you want to know here. What happens to my access to Plus when I cancel my membership, things like that. So all of the questions actually that y'all have been previously asking are in this section right here. So that's the first little topic there on the Plus catalog. Here's all your questions about canceling and pausing. So if you click on this one, it has a whole bunch of other links in here that you can take a look at that explains about canceling all of these. How can you cancel? How can I uncancel if I want to start it back up again? So this is a good page for all of that information about canceling and pausing. Let me go back here. Section on troubleshooting. This is your troubleshooting page. If you're having any kind of issues using Audible or moving things around or downloading or whatever, here's your troubleshooting page, which has good answers to all kinds of things. Each one of these is a clickable link, of course, that takes you to another page that's chock full of information for you. Here's the returns. If you have something, you can actually return something back if you don't want it or whatever. I've not followed up on this a whole lot. I've never returned anything so far, but this is all kinds of information on purchases and returns right here. And going back a screen. Here's all about your credits. If you want to click on this one, it tells you all the information you need to know about your credits. What do I do with my unused credits? What do they expire and at what point in time do they expire? I know I used mine at the first of every month when I had them. When will I receive my next credit? How can I use my credits? Where are they? How do I find them? So everything about your credits is right here in this little link here. Okay, and then here's a little bit about your library, how to navigate your library, all of these are clickable links again. How do you add selections to your library, things like that. You can actually pre-order books. If books are out there and they're available to be pre-ordered, you can actually pre-order books and it'll be in your library when it's available. How do you delete and do audiobooks on my Android or iOS app? All of this is good information for you to have. So I will send you that link also. Any questions on any of that, the help topics and all? Now we can get into actually looking at Audible and what it looks like. When you go into Audible, you'll need to set up an account, which simply means you provide, like everything else we do, you provide a username and a password and log in. And this is what it's showing right now when you log in. Let me move this around. These are actually, they always have different suggestions up here in this top feed that you see. You can kind of scroll through it. And these are some, like, here's an original book that they did. Here's an Audible original show that they've done for Audible. So you can scroll through here and see what the latest and greatest things that Audible itself has done. And I want to talk a little bit about up here about these little menus across the top here. Okay, we'll take a look. If you click on library, it actually shows you everything that's in your library. So I'm going to click on it. You'll see everything that's in my library here. And these are all the different titles that I have in my library. That they're there, they're going to stay there until I remove them from my library or take them out. Sometimes a lot of people like to keep them on there and then they can go back and look at them again or listen to them again if they want. So this is your library. When you click on library, it shows you everything that's actually on your library. Now you can create a wish list if you want. If you see something that you want and you'd like to get, like next month, I want to get that book with my credit that I get for next month. So you can click on wish list and it will pull up anything that you have put in there on your wish list. You can categorize them. You can also look them up by how long it takes to read. A lot of these are the listening time on a lot of these is 7 hours, 9 hours, because they have people that as you read them, it's true to life as if you were actually sitting and reading them yourself. So this is just some stuff that I threw in the wish list, showing people how to do that. Now here's your browse. And if you notice the browse, when you hover over it, it opens up all of this stuff down here that you can look at. Any of the categories that they have. Here's some other information you can get to. These are some of the popular things that are going on right now. Here, if you just want to browse through all of the Audible originals, you can do that. This talks about membership benefits. They do have a blog, and an Audible Live is where they live stream some stuff too. So you can go through here and click on anything you want. Let's say I want to look for a book in mysteries and thrillers. So I'll click on that. I'm sorry, does someone have a question?
Yeah, how much is one credit worth? Jane is asking.
How much is what?
One credit worth.
You can purchase just about any book that you want on there. There's no real limit to the amount. Now, I will say there are some specialized books that come out that you may have to pay a little bit more for. For example, let's say let's say there's a book out there. In fact, I have one. It's quite a large hardcover book, and it's on all about the Twin Towers when they fell. So that's kind of a coffee table, everything in it book that's ran about probably $65-70. The credits usually cover anything from like $25 to $45, something like that. So that's the best that I can tell you about how much the credits worth. I would just
you're saying if you get 12 credits, each credit is one book?
yes, correct.
Okay. And you get to keep that book, or you have to return, you get to keep the.
It's yours, just like you paid for it right out off of your credit card or right out of your pocketbook, just like you went into Barnes and Noble and bought it.
So if you're paying $14 a month and getting one credit, it's like getting one book free.
It is. And on top of that, you're getting all of these free books that have been developed just for Audible. So there's a ton of books out there. And in fact, if you look at, this is my membership plan that I'm on. I'm just on the basic $14.95 a month. All of these that say included, all of these books are included in my membership. So I can scroll. These are thrillers and mysteries. I picked the thriller and mystery category. So I can go through here and just scroll through and take a look at some of the books, and all of these are included. Now, some of them may not be included, but so far all of these are. If they're not included, it just won't say included down here, and you'll know that's one you would have to actually use your credit for.
And
Here are
that's
some.
the same with music. The music is the same, an album.
There's not music. This is for books, podcasts, or TV. This is all this covers. There's no music associated with this.
Oh, it said Audible. I thought music. Okay.
Yeah, no, but it's Audible it's the nothing but Audible books, right? So it'll suggest what's most popular. Now here's some down here, recommended books. And if you notice, they don't say included. So if I wanted one of these, I would have to use my credit for it. Or I could just outright purchase it if I wanted with the credit card that I had on account. Okay, so if it's included, you'll see that it's included. If it's not included, it won't say included. So these are probably some of the top hot off the press, maybe murder mysteries that are out there.
Okay, do they normally have, like I'm a James Patterson person.
Uh-huh.
Do they have a large selection of those type of books, or can you look by author?
Yeah, you can go up here and search anytime you want. You can go up here and search, and let's just put in there. Let's see what they have on James Patterson. So here you go. So here's one, listen with membership. That means this one you can actually listen if you're a member. This one must be his hottest one off the press that you can pre-order actually.
I'd use the credit for that.
Yeah, exactly. You sure could. But all of these, so with your membership, these are included because it says let's listen with membership. We can listen to all of these.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. So and as you do your search, as you see, there's all of the categories that always throws up here on the side. But that was just a little bit about the browse tab. When you hover over the browse tab, you can go in here and look at any of these categories if you want, whatever you want. Okay. Podcasts are available, and there's a ton of really good podcasts out there. So if you click on podcasts, this will pull up just all the podcasts that are available on Audible. And these are all very good. Some of them are included, some of them are not. If any of you know Dave Ramsey, he's a big finance guru, helps people how to get out of debt, things like that. You'd have to pay for this podcast if you wanted. All of these are included, and a lot of these are made for Audible, so they're all included. One of the best ones I think I've ever heard of was called The Apology Line. I was hooked on that, and what that was about, basically a gentleman that back in, I think, the early 90s, he started a phone line that was just called the Apology Line, and people would call in and just apologize for anything they wanted to apologize about. It was fascinating. So these are your podcasts that you can listen to. You can scroll through any of that. Let's see how we're on time. You can actually gift a book to someone. If you click on gifts, you can gift memberships. You can give somebody a 3-month membership, 12-month membership if you want to let them try it. I gave a friend of mine, I think, a 3-month membership for Christmas last year. She has a bunch of series of books that she reads, and there's over 100 books in this particular series, and she wanted to complete her library with those books. So she was able to go in and get several more of them. So this is tells you what the gift membership includes. It includes the monthly credit plus catalog, and you can also gift a specific title. If you're looking for something that you want to give to someone, you can do that. And here's all the different categories. Here's a list of the most gifted items. Now also, as you see, if you hover over something, a book, off here to the right, I can't show it, but off here to the right, it'll open up and tell you a little bit about it. It shows you the ratings on it. It tells you a little bit, it gives you a little bit of a synopsis of the book. So any of these that you hover over, it tells you a little bit about it. Like if you see something that it sounds interesting, oh, this sounds interesting, just hover your mouse over the picture and it will pull up information about it with the reviews and everything. So as you go through here, anything that you see a picture of on here, if you hover over, it will tell you a little bit about that book or that podcast or whatever. Okay. Here is inside Audible right here. This just is more information about things that are going on with Audible itself. You can just find out more information here. Go down and click on any of these that you want. News, press release, things like that, leadership, all of that kind of good stuff. So any questions so far on any of that? We went through the main menu up there. We're about halfway through here. We're good for right now. So I'm just going to go back to the library. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to browse and let's just take a look here and go down to biographies, memoirs, and let's see how to download a book. Let's say I want to get one of these that are free in the Audible Plus catalog. Here's one. Hello, let's see. Hello, Gorgeous. This is on Barbara Streisand. So I can hover over the picture, see a little bit about it. And if I decide, yeah, I want to get that one, then I can go ahead and click on it. And it pulls up something that looks like this. Now, I can start listening to it right here on the computer. And if I want to do that, I just click right here. Let's see how I'll give you a little bit about how they start off. There are different people that read all of these books. A lot of people follow certain people that read. They like the way that these certain people read, their reading style, and so they'll follow them. So if I play it, can everybody see this little pop-up? Because I don't think pop-ups show up here. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The
With
little pop-up.
The little voice starts
This
playing
is
back.
Audible.
Yes.
Audible Inc. presents Hello Gorgeous, Becoming Barbara Streisand. Written by William J. Mann. Narrated by Elizabeth Morton. Why Streisand now? Just 5 years after arriving in Manhattan as a 17-year-old kid without money or...
So that's a little bit about what it sounds like when you're listening to Audible. Now that's if you just want to play it on the computer right there. You can add it to your library by clicking here, or there's more options here. The more options are you can add it to your cart if it's something that you have to buy. This one happens to be free. You can add it to your wish list. If you've already read it, you can write a review on it. You can give it as a gift to someone. And this right here up top tells you how much the book would actually cost if you purchased it. Now, if you have a credit, of course, it wouldn't cost you anything. So let's say I want to put it on my phone so that I can go for a walk and listen to this book. I'm going to click on Add to Library. So by clicking on the library right there, Add to Library, it's putting it in the library and it's actually in there right now. Boom, it's done. So if I go up here to my library, I'm going to look for the book that I just added called Hello Gorgeous. So I'll click on library and here it is right here. If I want to listen now, I click on listen now. And it'll start playing again. Right where we left off. It's buffering right now. But...
Connections. Barbara Streisand was the top-selling female recording artist in America. And
so it picks right up where you left off. Okay? So it's very simple to do. You can download it. Now, it's on your library in your, right here, it's actually on the computer in your library. Let me show you on the app what you have to do here. I'm going to actually stop this share for just a minute. And I'm going to connect my phone and I'm going to show you a little bit on the app, how to download it on the app. We've already downloaded it to our library. So if I go in on the app, if I go into the app And let me share this screen. Can everyone see my phone screen there in the middle, right here? Yes?
We see your face.
Okay, let me share it here. I didn't share the correct one. My apologies. Here we go. Now then, how about now? Can you see my phone screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go over here to the Audible app. This is the Audible app picture right here. And I'm going to tap on it and it's going to open up Audible. So this is what it looks like with Audible right here. Okay. So if I want to go down to my library is down here, these buttons at the bottom. This is the home screen. This is my library. Here's, I can discover, this is where you can go in and search. This is your profile. But if I go down and tap on library down here, it will pull up my library. And if you notice right here is the Hello Gorgeous book we just downloaded, okay? This is the one we just downloaded and it's in our library, but it's not downloaded to this device yet. See the little arrow here and the picture's kind of grayed out? That means it's not downloaded to the device yet. So to download it on my device, I'm gonna tap on it and it starts downloading it. And you see as it goes through, the little circle will fill up totally white.
Yeah.
And then when it's downloaded, I can go ahead and click on it. It throws it up at the very top of the list. If I click on it, or I'm sorry, if I tap on it, then down here.
And the star of one of Broadway's biggest hits. 22 years old, her face graced the covers of Time.
It starts playing again. Okay, and it starts playing right where you left off. So here I am, I can go back through and look at all my library and everything, and it's still playing down here if I tap the right button. Now, if I tap on the picture of the book here, this brings up some options that are really kind of fun. If I tap on the picture down there at the bottom, it pulls it up full screen, okay? And all I have to do is start listening again by hitting the little forward play arrow here. But I wanted to show you a couple of things that it can do. If you look at the bottom here, some options, you can actually change the speed on it. If you think the author or the person reading is reading too slow, you want to speed it up, you can tap on that 1.0 and it brings up a whole amount of different settings you can set on here. So let's say I want to go at a 1.3 speed. I want to speed it up. So I tap on 1.3 and then let's listen to it and see how it sounds.
And life. That was only the beginning of a career that has marched its band and beat its drum now for half a century.
And most of the books read quite slow. I'll say quite slow. They're very, very slow at the normal speed. However, you can change that speed to whatever you'd like. We want to go back and change it again back to the normal speed. We just tap on it again and go back up here to 1 times. And now we'll have it back to the original speed.
But everything Streisand has accomplished in that time.
Okay, so that's a little bit how you can adjust the speed of the reading that accommodates you best. If you want to jump ahead, there's a chapter section here. You can tap on it and it will just pull up all of the chapters and it'll show you over here on the right side. It shows you how long each one of them is, how long it takes to listen to that particular chapter. You can go up here and X out of this and go back a screen. Right here is a sleep timer. This is a handy thing. If you tap on sleep timer, you can actually go to sleep with these and listen to these. And you can set it for whatever amount of time you want it to play, whatever you want. If you want it 30 minutes, then you can do that. So if I want a 30 minute, or let's say I want to play 10 minutes of it and then it will automatically shut off. I just tap on the 10 minutes.
Can be traced right back to this.
And it'll play for 10 minutes and then it will stop. Okay. Any questions on that? The little arrows or things on the side here, this will take it back 30 seconds or forward 30 seconds if you tap on either one of these little buttons here. And then of course, this takes you all the way to the end. This takes you all the way to the beginning. Okay. Any questions on any of that? Let's take a look up here. Go ahead. Question?
Yeah, what's the clip mean? You didn't say that. Next to sleep.
What's what?
Clip. On the bottom. Sleep.
Oh, the clip. Let's take a look here. So wherever you are in the book, you're actually making a bookmark of it then. Evidently, that's what that does. You can put a note with it. I guess if you want to like put some notes through it as you're reading it. Let me tap on it again here. So it'll, so I've already created a clip here. Let me move forward again. Evidently, it puts a bookmark in there at that point. That's my guess, Nancy. Let me listen to
A decade of her profession.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
So if you're doing a book club and you're reading the Audible book and you want to write a note for your for a reference when you're going through the meeting at the book club.
Yeah, that's what let's tap on add note and see what it says. So it looks like up top here, I see the cursor blinking. I can put a note in there and then click save up here and it'll save that note. Like if for whatever the note is that I want to keep. Very good point. But yes, that's what that'll do for you. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that screen and take us back here. Up here at the top, the little 3 dots, usually when you see 3 dots anywhere on something, it means it's like more of a menu. So I'm going to tap on it and let's see what it brings up. So here it brings up all of this. Like if I want to share this with somebody, I can manage it in the library. If I want to move it around, maybe whatever I may want to do with it in the library. If I've got the bookmarks several places, I can go in here and it will pull up any bookmarks that I have. And right here shows the bookmark that I've actually set on that one from when we were looking at it. So I'm going to go back. Let's see. Okay, that was a clip. We already clipped. Back up here to the little 3 dots. You can do a rating from right here if you want. You can mark it as finished. By marking something as finished, you can actually go through your library and sort things according to if they're finished or not. So if you're done with this one, you can mark it as finished. And then when you're going in to look at things, your next book you want to listen to, that one, it'll show you that one's already been finished. Title details, let's see. Not sure what that is. I guess it's just some extra info. Looks like a summary of it. So this is basically what you see when you hover over it on the computer. It looks like title details. Button free. Not sure what button free is. Let's see. That doesn't really look like anything different than what we've already seen. And then player settings down here, this would allow you to do different settings. Jump forward and back. You can actually change the little circle if you wanted to go back further than 30 seconds. You could change that to maybe 60 seconds so that when you go back, you'll actually see the little circles on the side here. Now it says 60 seconds rather than 30 seconds. So player settings, looking at that again, how much time is remaining for your finished, continuous playback, disable auto lock, sync playback position, sync and resume play position across all devices. So if you have that on, then that will definitely make sure that all of your, no matter what device you're on from one device to another, it will sync and pick right up where you left off. Okay.
How do you pause it?
How do you know where what is?
How do you pause it?
You pause it by just tapping on the arrow. When you start, this arrow turns to like an equal up, a pause sign. So if I play it and to pause
Chapter 1.
Tap on that little, okay? Tap in the same spot to pause it. Okay. Just the main thing to remember is when you download something on here, and let me show you how to go in and download something just straight here from off the site. If all I'm doing, let's say I'm walking and I want to look for another book to read, up at the very top here, here's all of this little menu here, all titles. You can shows you what's not been started. I can pull up and see which books have been started, which ones have been downloaded, and which ones have been finished. So if I tap on the finish, this shows me which ones I've already read, all the books that I've already read. Up at the very top up here is where I can scroll through all the different things. Podcasts down here. So I'm going to go up, let's see, I'm going to go up and tap on podcasts. Actually, all titles. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm going to go back and browse books here on the app. Okay, I'm just ready to go through here and browse and see if there's something that I want. So here's all my categories. Now we'll say with romance, there is a member. If all you do is, a lot of people are into romance books, you can get a membership for $13 a month and you have unlimited romance books downloads. So you can actually do that too. I just didn't mention that in the main topic when we were talking about different memberships. But if you're on your tablet or on your phone and you want to download something, let's go down to science and fiction. I tap on science and fiction. Actually, I'm sorry, those are the ones that are already on my phone. Bear with me here and let me get back to home. Okay, here I am on the home screen. I tapped home on the bottom and I want to find something new to listen to. I'll just go through here and scroll. And here's the categories. You can move across and it'll show you some of the top things here. So you can just search through and find anything that you want. And again, you see that some of them are included. It says included, some of them are. If there's nothing below it, it means that it's something like American Histories right here. This is something I would have to purchase. But going back up, let's say that I saw this book right here on John Marshall and I wanted to download it, okay? Because it's included, so it's free. So I'm going to tap on that book. And it's going to pull up a screen where I can immediately start, same thing that you see on the computer. I can immediately play it and listen to it. I can add it to my library, or there's the more options again with things I can do. Add to wish list. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to say add to my library. So I tap on add to library and it's in the library now. However, when I go back and view it in the library, let me find it here. See how it's working. It should be in the library here. Let me see. And here it is right here. John Marshall is in the not started category. But you can see it's not downloaded on the device. It's in my library, but I haven't downloaded it. It's got the little arrow here. So I'm going to tap on it and it's downloading it just like it did on the computer. And when it's downloaded, it's ready to go. If I tap on it, it'll start playing. It'll show up on the bottom.
This is Audible.
And it'll start playing.
Blackstone.
Okay. Any questions on how to download something just on the app? Okay. What other questions do you have that I can answer for you? We have about 15 minutes left, or actually about 10 minutes left. Any other questions that anybody has that I can show you how to maneuver, how to get to something?
Okay, I have a brand, go ahead, Jane.
Is it the same with TV shows?
Now, this doesn't work like Hulu. I've not found anything that are the TV shows. It says that I think those are actually the Audible live stream TV shows is what it is. So there are times when you go to your homepage, they'll be live streaming something. I think that's what the TV shows are. It's not like Hulu or something like that where you can download previous versions of a TV show or something like that. Nadine, you have something?
Yes. Okay. I have a brand new home cloud. So if I'm on my PC and I've downloaded a book, does that automatically go over to my cloud because I've downloaded it?
If you've actually downloaded it, on your computer, yes, as your everything, your PC and all is backed up, then yes, it would be in the cloud too.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
What other questions do we have?
So, in other words, either you just play it or you have to download it to play it.
Correct.
You have to download it to play it?
Well, here's the difference. If you just listen to it without it being officially downloaded and you're on your phone, you're going to be using your data on your phone. But if you download it to your phone or your iPad or whatever, then you're not using your data. So if you want to go for a walk or something and listen, you want to download it to the app you're going to take with you. Because if you're not connected to a Wi-Fi somewhere, you wouldn't be able to listen to it if it's not downloaded on that device.
But the
So that's,
computer, you don't have to download it.
no, you can just start listening to it right there.
But will
Right.
it'll stay in your library?
Right. You add it to your library, and then on the computer, you can just start listening right away. Correct. Other questions from anybody? The best thing to do really to get the most out of it is go out there and sign up for the trial and use it for a month and see what all you can get. Even if you decide you don't want it, you can download a bunch of free things off of the Audible Plus catalog and have them. And even if you decide not to continue with a membership, you still have access to all of that good stuff that's on your that's already in your Audible account. Okay.
Okay.
Is Chirp, has Chirp anything to do with Audible?
What Chirp?
It's called Chirp. Uh-huh.
No, I'm not sure what Chirp is. What is Chirp?
It's where you're supposed to be able to download books.
Okay, so that must be, there are several services, like you can actually download books from your public library too. So that must be one of the ones, yes, there are several different, I'll say software devices or whatever, applications that can be used to download from your library too. So, but Chirp, I'm not sure that Chirp has anything to do with it. Yeah. It sounds like probably one of the ones that you could use with your public library or something like that. Other questions? Anybody? No? Okay. Well, if there's no further questions, we'll go ahead and wrap up the class. Like I said, go out there and take advantage of that free trial. It doesn't cost you a thing, and you can get some good things to read for a while also. And then as you learn more about Audible, come back and join another class with us and help teach us even more things about it. Because there's a ton of things that can be done. And every class that I teach, I learn something from somebody. I click on something different, or we take a look at something else. So make good use of that free trial and get you some good books, podcasts to listen to. And I hope this helps. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye.